Welcome to Cooking with Color for Kids, the cooking show that teaches you and your kids how to make healthy meals with colorful fresh fruits and vegetables. On today's show, we have 4 kids from 8 to 18 who have created fabulous dishes everyone can make at home. But first, let's meet our host Kristen Hess, the artful gourmet.
Hey everyone, I'm Kristen. For this Cooking with Color episode, I'll be making some healthy and delicious recipes for spring with a focus on the bright and lively colors and fresh produce of the season. My ham, spinach, cheese, and asparagus quiche is made in a healthy whole grain quinoa crust, which delivers heaps of protein, veggies, and flavor, perfect for a Sunday brunch with friends or family. I'm also making a gorgeous spring salad with spinach, 3 or 4 different kinds of fresh berries, and it's topped with crunchy toasted macadamia nuts and a bright citrus vinaigrette dressing. For dessert, I'm going to show you how to make my black bean raspberry brownies, which are absolutely delicious. They're made with black beans, dates, raspberries, vanilla, and cocoa powder, and they're a light and healthy treat to top off the meal. We're also going to meet 4 amazing young chefs who've made their own dishes for the season. The dishes we're going to see today from our young chefs match the spirit of the annual Healthy Lunchtime Challenge recipe contest started by Epicurious Magazine and First Lady Michelle Obama. The recipes should be, number 1, healthy. Veggies and fruits should make up half of the recipe and also include low-fat dairy, whole grains, and lean protein. Number 2, delicious. It should be fresh, simple, and yummy. 3, original. The dish should be something you've created and not one from a published source. 4, affordable, no fancy ingredients are needed. 5, meaningful. We want to learn the story of how you came to make this dish. The young chefs we met with today are participants in Teen Battle Chef, a partnership with Health Corps and Family Cook Productions Youth Development Program. Health Corps was founded in 2003 by heart surgeon and daytime Emmy Award-winning host Dr. Mehmet Oz and his wife Lisa to combat the childhood obesity crisis. The students attend EBC High School for Public Service in Brooklyn, New York. Margaret Huey is the Health Corps coordinator at the school. Let's meet Margaret and the students.
There's so much going on within the doors of EBC High School for Public Service, so much so that the school now has a quite popular cooking program.
So Health Corps is a national nonprofit organization. It's founded by Dr. Oz and his wife Lisa that helps to educate and empower teens about nutrition, physical fitness, and mental health.
Coordinators of Health Corps, such as Margaret Huey, serve as mentors to students in particularly high-need populations.
It's a great group. We're here about 2.5 hours every Tuesday after school. So they cook, they clean, they also learn different leadership opportunities, so talking about why the food is healthy, how to encourage other kids to also eat healthy.
Learning how to make healthy alternative choices is an important aspect of the program.
We like to cook with a lot of fat, and we try to decrease that.
The kids are really making an effort to change their dietary behaviors.
I used to eat a lot of junk food. Yeah.
Like what?
Like chips and cake and ice cream and candy, and I stopped it.
Cassandra's mom encouraged her to join the program for the health benefits as well.
She had said it was healthy and stuff, and I always wanted to learn how to cook, but at home my mom is so scared of me getting next to the stove thinking I'm going to burn myself. So here it's a whole different environment, and it's safe and whatever. It inspires me to eat more healthier, and now I focus on the calories I eat. So before I just eat and stuff my face, but now I focus on what I'm eating, how many calories it has.
They have grown immensely from the beginning of the year to now in terms of their ability to look at a recipe, understand it, how to go through it, how to chop up vegetables and fruits. So yeah, I'm just very excited about this.
All ingredients are purchased from local grocery stores, making sure they are affordable so that the students can duplicate the recipes at home.
I enjoy it because you get to interact with like other kids from different grades, and you get to learn like different healthy foods that you gotta make, and you gotta make them in your house if you want to. It's like a hobby, like it's something fun to do when you have like nothing to do. You could like cook something and then it's like for free time.
Although they travel to a different country each week, they don't have to go far to learn these culinary skills because they're all in their own backyard. These kids are having a lot of fun learning to eat healthy.
Eileen, you want to try some? It's good. It does.
Huey says it's all about exposure for the kids, and at least for one student, it may mean finding her purpose early in life.
I like this program so much because like I've always had like a passion for cooking. Like when I'm at home, my mom would have all the recipes and all the ingredients on the table, and then like when I would come home, she would give them to me and she'd be like, here, make this, we're gonna try something new. So I've always loved to cook and everything.
We have cut up broccoli here, and we're just spreading it all over the pizza so that every inch has like an even amount on top of it.
When Miss Huey brings in extra recipes, like we either have a choice to take it home or leave it there. But my mom is a sucker for healthy food, so when I bring it home, she gets so excited.
Needless to say, these students are hoping this Health Corps cooking program, along with Margaret Huey, will be here for quite some time.
This program is like everything to me right now, and I really love to cook because of her. It is kind of.
The onions are really nice, Trisha.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And the tomatoes too, Eileen.
Look for more students cooking with Health Corps in the future.
Our producer, David Hillman, recently visited the Fun and Fit as a family event at the Food Network South Beach Wine and Food Festival in Miami, Florida. This family-friendly event at the festival allows parents and kids to learn the basics of a healthy lifestyle with Food Network personalities and renowned chefs. Let's see who he met.
Hi, I'm Chef Richard Ingram here at Goya's Fun and Fit event. It's a great event. What we're actually doing is taking Goya products and making them into healthy recipes for kids and grown-ups alike. Today we have a very nice vegetarian pizza. It's an important thing to have Goya to support healthy eating, because that is something that is very important in this country right now. And anything that I can possibly do to be a part of that, I'm more than willing to do.
Amelia, what do you like to cook?
I like to cook like steak, some vegetables.
What kind of vegetables do you like?
Spinach, kale, broccoli. And then I like to cook with garlic mostly.
What kind of dishes with garlic do you make?
So I do kale chips. So you put extra virgin olive oil, and then you put kale and garlic together, and then you put it in the oven, and they get really crispy and they taste good. Everybody stay with me, okay?
Hi, my name is Lorenzo Boni, and I'm the executive chef of Marine America. And we are here at Fun and Fit. We are super happy to be sponsored and be part of this event for kids. We are serving pasta to over 5,000 kids each day. So.
Yes, kefir's similar to a yogurt. It's just more probiotic because it's cultured longer, and those probiotics are good for your immune system, digestive system. It's a great thing to have in your daily life.
Put a little bit more
if you don't mind. That's for Abby. Abby likes mine.
Do you like fruit? What kind of fruit do you like?
I know, are you recording us?
Yes.
Okay, well, give me good customer service. Come on in, hey, welcome. Hello, what are you ladies doing here today? I'm here for the first time. Oh, samples of what? What type of spices? Oh, okay, what am I supposed to do with these?
Put it all over your chicken or your steak.
What if I don't know how to cook?
Wow, that looked like a lot of fun. And now I'm going to show you how to make my lovely spring berry salad. And it goes really, really delicious with the quiche. So the best part about it is it's colorful and healthy, and it's so easy to make and so tasty and fresh. I made it with spinach today, only because the spinach is a nice, bright, super green, and it's full of protein and minerals. But you're welcome to make a salad with romaine, mixed greens, whatever the kids like. Basically, all you're going to do is you're going to take about a cup of mixed berries. And I've got about 4 different kinds that I've used here. I have blueberries, strawberries. There's a few blackberries in there, and there's also some raspberries. But you're welcome to use any kind of fruit you like, but I think that the whole mixed berry thing gives it a lot of nice color and lots of antioxidants, and it's healthy. Then I've actually taken some macadamia nuts, which I think are great for spring, only because they're like a nice, light, crunchy flavor. They don't overpower the salad, and they go really, really well with the berries. A lot of people make desserts with macadamia and berries together. So all I did was I actually took some macadamia nuts. You can crunch them up a little or leave them whole. Put them in a cooking saute pan on about medium heat. And you're just going to sort of saute them a little bit until they get a little brown and the oils come out. And then I'm going to actually just show you how to really quickly make a delicious light citrus dressing. You're going to take about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I usually do 2 to 1. So you can use a white balsamic vinaigrette vinegar. I'm going to just use a teaspoon of that. Usually I would do a whole tablespoon, but today I'm going to do a little splash of lemon, which gives it a really nice bright flavor. So squeeze some lemon in there. You're going to do a little pinch of Himalayan sea salt, or whichever sea salt you like, a little flavor. And then you're also going to just put a little bit of pepper in there. And the secret ingredient is the honey. Gives it a little bit of sweetness. So I've got about a tablespoon here in this little packet. Just going to throw that in. And then all you got to do is whisk it together. Super quick, super fast. Make sure it's all emulsified. Get all those juicy, sweet, lemony flavors together. And then all you got to do is drizzle on the salad. Mix it up, and you have a beautiful, fresh, light salad, which you're going to love for your brunch. And it goes great with the quiche, like I said. Today I'm going to show you how to make a super delicious quiche for a Sunday brunch with your family or friends for the spring. It's wonderful, packed with lots of protein and vegetables and cheese, and there's some onions and spinach and asparagus. The cool thing about it is it has extra protein because I've substituted the crust by using quinoa, which is a super healthy sprouted grain, totally full of protein. It's gluten-free, and it makes a super yummy, crunchy crust when you cook it and use it for the base. So I'm going to show you how I actually did that, and we're going to taste it at the end. It's so good. So what you're going to do is you're going to start out by getting 2 cups of cooked quinoa. As I mentioned, it's a sprouted grain. You can find it at most grocery stores in the health food area where there's other healthy grains. And I decided to use a tricolor grain because it has black, red, and white quinoa. But you can use any kind you want. Basically, all you're going to do is you're going to cook it in a pan with a few cups of water or broth, and then you're going to cook it down just like you would do rice. You like maybe cook it 10 minutes, let it cool down, fluff it up, but make sure that it's sort of chilled. And then the secret to making it actually bind together is by taking an egg, and you're going to actually stir it all together and add a little bit of salt and pepper. And then all I did was pat it into a greased pie pan. It's a 9-inch pan. And you just sort of pat it into the base of the pie pan. And you're going to cook it for about 20 minutes on 375 degrees. Once that's done, you're going to set that aside and let it cool for a little while. And you're going to start working on your fillings. So what I did was I chopped up half of an onion, about a cup or maybe 2 cups of fresh spinach. And there's also some fresh asparagus in here, which makes it extra green. And what you're going to do is cook them sort of separately, but all in the same pan. So what I did was took about a tablespoon of olive oil, cook your onion first, because that lets it sweat and sort of cook down nice and evenly golden. Then you're going to cook your asparagus for maybe another 5 minutes or so, and then do your spinach at the end, because it usually wilts pretty quickly. If you want to throw a little garlic in there for extra flavor, feel free to do that. Once you're done with these, set them aside. You're going to chop up some cooked ham. I just got some nice deli ham. You could use a cubed Virginia ham, whatever you desire. You're also going to get some shredded cheddar cheese, a little bit of fresh thyme, and then there's this really great seasoning I like to use instead of salt. You could put a little bit of sea salt in if you'd like, but this is by Badia. It's called Complete Seasoning, and it does have a little salt in it, but it also has like onion and garlic and some herbs in it. So it's sort of a low salt alternative to adding a little flavor to your quiche. And then of course there's, you're going to use about 4 eggs and 2 egg whites. You're going to whip that all together with a little dash of milk that helps make it fluffy and creamy. And now you're going to start building your quiche, which is what I'm going to show you how to do. So usually what I do is I like to take the veggies first. And again, make sure your crust is totally cooled before you do this. And you're just going to spread the veggies around kind of evenly. Next, you're going to add your spinach and asparagus, which are nice and beautiful, bright green, just like spring. Get every last bit. Then you're going to add the ham. If you wanted, you could also maybe substitute like a chicken sausage or a turkey sausage or any meat you'd like. Maybe a turkey bacon even would be good. I like ham though because usually it's around spring, Easter time, Passover, and it's just a nice flavor and it's low fat. Then you're gonna throw your cheddar cheese, a little bit in the inside, and I'm gonna save a little bit for the top. And then you're gonna take your whipped eggs. You wanna beat these really well, make sure they're whipped good. You're just gonna pour it all around, make sure it's evenly coated. And then I'm going to put, like I said, a little extra cheese on top so it gives a nice golden brown crust. I'm going to sprinkle it with a little bit of seasoning just for some flavor. And I usually like some fresh thyme, but you could also use any fresh herb you like. You're just going to scrape them off the vine, sprinkle them on. And then you're going to pop this in the oven for about 35 minutes, maybe 40. Just check it and make sure the cheese is melted. You want to make sure the eggs are set. But yeah, 375 degrees for about 30 minutes. And you have a delicious, cheesy, healthy, yummy quiche for spring. Enjoy. Now, the best part of the meal, I am going to show you guys how to make a lovely dessert to go with the quiche and the salad I just showed you how to make for your spring brunch. They're super special because they're actually made with black beans. Who would have thought? And they're really, really healthy and really delicious. Black beans, I'm sure you guys know, are super packed with fiber. They're packed with protein. And they're really low in fat as well. So you're going to get a triple punch with these guys, and they're super delicious. So basically what you're going to do, You're going to start with 2 cans of black beans. I love Goya beans. They're not expensive and they're super fresh. So what I did was I obviously drained them and rinsed them first. So you're going to put these, pretend this is a food processor because that's actually what you're going to actually whip this all up together in. So you're going to dump these in to the bowl. 2 cans, rinsed and drained. Then you're going to take the dates, which I already bought the kind that are chopped. You can buy the whole ones or the chopped ones, whichever's easiest. They're all going to get whizzed together anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But you've got about a cup of those here. So you're going to add those to the bowl of the food processor. Then you're going to add, this is raspberry jam, and that's where you're getting all the sweetness from, and a really nice, juicy raspberry flavor. So you can buy, I would stick to maybe like the lower sugar kind because you don't want them to be over sweet. But this is about a cup as well. So you're going to put that in there as well. And I usually like to get the kind that's a little chunky with the seeds in it. And you know, if you wanted to go with blackberry or strawberry, you could do that as well. But I like the black beans and the raspberry combination myself. So these are all going to get whizzed together. I would probably do it on like a puree mode, not liquefy, because you don't want them to be too liquidy. But let that go for a couple of minutes until you get sort of a smooth batter. There's no chunks or lumps in there. That's all the wet ingredients. Then what you're going to do is you're going to add about half a cup of flour. This is just regular pastry flour, but if you wanted, you could make it with gluten-free flour. Or you could also do like a whole wheat flour or an almond flour, whatever you like. But just something to kind of bind it all together and obviously help it rise. Because you don't have sugar in here. There's no butter. There's nothing like super fattening. So you need to give it a little bit of something to make it dense and steady, but also bake. So you're going to dump that in. And usually when I'm mixing this in the food processor, I have a spatula to kind of scrape the sides and make sure it's all getting really evenly mixed throughout. One last ingredient is some cocoa powder. Just get the real 100% cacao. It's got the best flavor. Get the unsweetened because you don't, again, want extra sweet going on. But this is where you're going to get all your nice chocolatey brownie flavor. So you're going to dump that in. And I usually try and do like the flour first, sift it and mix it, then put the cocoa powder in so you don't have flour and powder flying all over the place. So again, imagine that this is whizzing and stirring. You're going to make it really, really smooth, just like a brownie batter, and it actually tastes kind of even better. What I did was I took a 10 by 10 square baking pan. You want to spray it with a little bit of cooking oil so it doesn't actually stick. And then you're going to take the batter, just like you would normal brownies, dump it into the pan. It's going to be a little thicker. It's not as like wet and runny as regular brownie batter because there's no eggs or oil or anything in here. Then what I usually do is take a spatula. You're just going to go over the pan, make sure that it's evenly spread. And then you bake it 350 for about 30 minutes. That's it. When they come out of the oven, you're going to cut them up into about 16 squares. And they're so good. You just top them with some real raspberries. I put a little bit of sprinkled sugar. But you could also just do a little extra cocoa powder if you like. And that's it. These are my black bean raspberry brownies, and they're so good, so healthy, so delicious, and they're an awesome way to top off your spring brunch. So that's it for our show today. We hope you enjoyed the show and learned something too. Please join us for more healthy, colorful recipes and cooking tips next time on Cooking with Color for Kids. And don't forget to visit www.ediningnews.com/poll to vote and participate in the live polls for our show today.